Hi everyone, it's Miss McConnell from Me Junior High. I'm going to be going over today's lesson, which is 2.2, using intercepts. Today you guys are going to identify, solve, and graph x and y intercepts. Our warm-up for today, you guys are going to solve each equation for y. So if you would like to pause the video, you may, and then click play when you want to check your answer. So again, we're just going to solve the equation for y here. So I'm going to subtract 8x to the other side. So we have 4y is equal to negative 8x plus 20. Then we can divide by 4. Again, we want to get y by itself. So we get y is equal to negative 8x divided by 4 is negative 2x. 20 divided by 4 is a positive 5. So we get y is equal to negative 2x plus 5. We're going to do those same steps here to solve for y in the second problem. We have 3x minus 2y is equal to 9. So I'm going to subtract 3x to the other side. We get negative 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 9. Then we are going to divide by negative 2. And we get y is equal to negative 3 halves x plus, whoopsies, not plus. 9 divided by negative 2, that is a minus 9 halves. And that is all we need to do here, is solve for y. Slide 4, we're going to talk about the x and y intercept. So an x-intercept is the coordinate of a point where a graph crosses the x-axis. The key here is the x-intercept is written as an ordered pair. Your x value is a number, and your y value is always 0. So again, your x-intercept is a number where it crosses at the x-axis. Your y value is always 0 for your x-intercept. Your y-intercept is the y-coordinate of a point where a graph crosses the y-axis. And the key here is the y-intercept is written as an ordered pair. Now notice your x value is 0 and your y value is a number, and that number is where it crosses that y-axis. On slide 5 here, we're going to talk about how you will actually find your x and y intercepts of a line. So we're given an equation, 4x plus 5y is equal to 20. Now we want to find the x-intercept. How do we do that? We set y equal to 0, and then we solve for x. So again, we're finding the x-intercept here. Oopsies, meant to highlight that. We're finding the x-intercept, and we set y equal to 0, and we solve for x. So we have 4x plus 5. Now we're setting y equal to 0, so we're doing y is 0, so 5 times 0 is equal to 20. So then we have 4x, 5 times 0 is just 0, so 4x is equal to 20. Then we divide by 4, and we get x is equal to 5. So now I need to write my final answer as an ordered pair. My x value is 5, and my y value, which it told us up here, I've said equal to 0, is 0. So 5, 0. You can look on the graph to the left. It already graphed our x-intercept. It is at 5, 0. So again, that's where it crosses that x-axis. So that is to find the x-intercept. Now we're going to talk about finding the y-intercept. And the y-intercept is when we set x equal to 0, and then we're solving for y. So if we have 4 times 0 So now we have 4 times 0, and then plus 5y is equal to 20. Again, I'm substituting my x value for 0 to find my y-intercept. 4 times 0 is 0, so I'm left with 5y is equal to 20. Then we divide each side by 5, and we get y is equal to 4. And then to write my y-intercept here, I would have 0, 4. So this is my y-intercept, and my other side I have my x-intercept. And again, on that graph to the left, you can see they graphed 0, 4. That is our y-intercept, and is a point where the line crosses that y-axis. This is another way we can learn how to graphing using x and y intercepts. So we're going to solve for our x-intercept, then our y-intercept for this problem, and then we're going to graph it on our graph. So we have 4x plus 5y is equal to 20. So we just did this example up above, so I'm going to skip this one here. I'm going to head to the second example. So we have 2x minus 5y is equal to 10. My x-intercept here, I'm going to set y equal to 0. So I'm going to set y equal to 0, and we're going to solve for x. So we have 2x minus 5 times 0 is equal to 10. So here I'm left with 2x is equal to 10. We divide by 2, and we get x is equal to 5. So my x-intercept, we write this as 5, y. So I can go ahead and graph my x-intercept here. I'm start at 0. I'm going to go to the right 5, and that is it. That's where I cross my x-axis. Now for my y-intercept, I'm going to set x equal to 0. So I have 2. Again, my x value is now going to plug in as 0. So 2 times 0 minus 5y is equal to 10. 2 times 0 is 0, so I'm left with negative 5y is equal to 10. Then we divide by negative 5, and we get y, let's call it y is equal to 10 divided by negative 5 is negative 2. And I would write my y-intercept as 0, my x value, comma, negative 2, which I just found. Then I'm going to go ahead and graph this here. I'm at 0. I'm not going right or left anything, so I just go down 2, 1, 2. And then I'm going to connect here my line, and now I have graphed using x and y intercepts. Alrighty. For our lesson here, so to find your x-intercepts, you set y equal to 0 and then solve for x. To find your y-intercept, which is 0, comma, a number, you set x equal to 0 and then you solve for y. Then you plot the intercepts and then connect the points by drawing the line through them. Your homework is going to be on Class Kick, so you can head on in there.